Alright guys, so welcome back to another one. You know where we're at, right? You guys saw the Hondas? You know where we're at? We're out here at HDay. So, if you guys don't know, I mean you should know. If you guys don't know, HDay is just this absolutely massive Honda get together out here in Budds Creek, Maryland. It's at Maryland International Raceway. It's 3 days usually of drag racing, car show, and everything else of just pure craziness. Look, everybody filling in, everything else. You guys know you normally get a little weather report from me, so today's weather report is almost sunny. It's been one of those things. They had to cancel. They had to cancel Friday because it was raining. Saturday was utter crap. How's it going, man? Saturday was utter crap. It was all cloudy, kind of stormy, everything else. So Sunday, finally we got a break in the weather, and you can see everybody's already out here. So I'm gonna run through like I normally do for you guys. I'm gonna start showing you everything. There's, like I said, just a ton of great cars. So we'll run through and we'll have a fun one. You guys let me know what you think. As always, thank you for your support. Guys, drop those comments. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you want me to keep hitting up and keep going to. I appreciate all you guys that either message me or DM me about another show that's coming up or another something. I throw that on my calendar, and if I can make it, I'll hit it up. So let's get going. I'm gonna show you guys what's out here today. The challenge of the day is music. Everybody's playing music. So I'll do my best to show you what I can without their music, and then you know how it goes. I had to overlay my own music. So all right, let's get going. I'm gonna flip you guys around. We're gonna start over here with this Integra Type R, a little DC2. Let me flip you guys. We'll talk just a little bit before we start hitting that music, and on some Regas, full spoon theme, everything else. Nice little race prep, little PCI setup on everything. It's got the sides, the wing. It's a good setup. Password JDM, Jackson Racing Supercharger. I like it. It's got that kind of period correct that's kind of evolved. That's kind of freaky the way they got that helmet set up, but I like it. I like it. It's definitely done good. So let me walk you guys down. Like I said, we're gonna deal with music and everything else. So there'll be a bunch of cuts to other music, to cinematic, everything else. Yeah, let's throw a J in it. Why not? That's pretty cool. Already coming up on some music. So let me show you. Oh, it was nice enough. It was just a guy with a little speaker hanging off his waist. I guess, I don't know. So this is I should have parked the EK9 next to this one, man. These two next to each other would have been perfect. Black on black on some 57s. Of course, it's got the K. Not a big turbo though, but would have looked good parking them next to each other. Kind of like a little right-hand, left-hand drive version. See this back here? I cannot find the logo, the actual for mine. I can't find it anywhere. So if you guys know where to get that decal, you guys know how to find an OEM decal, somebody hit me up. I'll figure out some kind of deal for you, because I need it. I need that decal. See, we got, of course, we got race prep stuff. So Lexan shield, look, all carbon front. It's actually individual pieces instead of one big clip, which I don't know. I mean, it's kind of a toss as to, you know, which one's actually better. I kind of like the full front clip because it all just comes off in one, but I don't know what the cost difference is. Oh, S2K on the floor. HKS setup. I like it. It's super clean. HKS, little supercharger. Get the yellow with the carbon. For my EM1 fans. Nice and clean. What, the SSRs on it? Looks good. Looks good. All right, another EM1. Nice, clean, rocking the blues, brids. Can't beat it when you theme the colors. Set SSRs on it. This looks really good. Everything blue theme, color matched. It's all been smoothed out underneath in the engine bay. Looks good. It's well done. Look, you did the projector conversion. Again, blue themed. Everything's kind of been smoothed out and touched. It's one of the really good things that I like about like that East Coast flavor is there's just a lot of paint work done. I definitely say it a lot, I know, but there's a lot of paint work done versus just, vinyl, or versus just, move to the next thing. The Midori's got to be the most iconic color out of any of the like EK bodies like that. That's the color right there. K-Swap Big Turbo. Well, I'm gonna say this a million times today. I like how he color themed it though. Again, we love our paint out here. So let's see how far I can get down here before the music kicks on. Alright guys, so what do you think so far? Like, just a ton of cool cars. I'm making my way through. I finally got away from some of that music over there, so I'll try and show you guys some more, and we'll take some time and I'll show you guys some of the race cars and the race teams and their setups and everything too. So, I mean, again, just a ton of really cool stuff today. But you guys let me know what you think, and let's keep having fun. guys, so we're gonna take a walk through the race car area. I'm gonna show you guys this as much as I can. I'll flip you guys around. There's just literally music everywhere. So we'll take a little break from the show car side of things. I'll walk you through. I'll show you a bunch of these cool race cars. So let me flip you guys around, and we'll walk through a little bit. There's all different classes, and as we walk through, you can see. Make sure I don't get run over. So you got everything from more like the street class, and then you start coming up through. That's cool. Nice single turbo. That's a fun way to do it. You can see they're getting ready to pull out one of these classes. But let me flip you guys kind of back and forth, show you what's coming through. It's been kind of funny because where I typically get to walk and talk with you guys, kind of discuss the cars I see and everything else, like nothing. Everybody's playing music. I mean, they've been playing music even back through this section, because, you know, they're doing barbecues and everything else. So the other thing with today, well, I guess this weekend, like I was telling you guys, is they've been struggling for the weather. So Friday was fully rained out. Saturday wasn't rained out for like the show side. I guess it didn't really rain, but they had challenges where they were trying to prep the track the entire day, and they were having to shut down because of brakes, shut down because of, you know, somebody put some fluid on the track, it sprinkled, so they delayed for that, and it just kind of blew a whole day. They even had a whole group that wasn't even able to qualify. So today I was hoping to be able to show you a bunch of race stuff also, and we're getting one or two runs. You can hear him like over the loudspeaker. He's like, oh yeah, there's smoke. He's coasting down the rest of the way, which means they automatically go check the track. I mean, they have spotters and everything else, but like, you know, they have to be careful. So they're checking the track and everything else every time somebody pulls to the side or has some sort of mechanical issue. And it's just been non-stop the entire time, which, you know, it's how racing goes, but it sucks. So like, I wanted to show you guys a bunch of racing, but literally they'll do one or two runs and then they have to shut it down. One or two runs, then they have to shut it down. So like, I haven't really been able to even get anything good on the track. There's definitely people running super fast, but it's so inconsistent. It's really tough. Here, let me flip you guys real quick. The little EG with the S2K next to it. Look like it has an LS in it or something. It's good grief. I know they were allowed to run that today. Alright, so let's go up here. I think they turned the music off. So you can see all the different teams, everybody prepping. See if I can show you guys a couple as we go through. That's pretty cool. But they literally have music playing too, so it's like, it's a struggle. Carboned out, full front end, not a front clip, it's all individual pieces. Look at, I mean, it's really impressive how fast these cars are. I mean, I was already watching them go, you know, 197, 200 miles an hour. So like, it's really, really incredible. Looks like they're gonna play some Snoop over here. So I'll come over here. We'll probably have to clip this, but you know, we'll see what YouTube says to me about that. Look at the size of that turbo on that thing. Ridiculous. But yeah, like I was saying, I was really trying to get you guys a lot of racing stuff too, and I just haven't been able to. Like I said, I would have to go out there, I would have to sit like in the pits, and they just do a delay, empty everything out, do a delay, empty everything out. So it just really hasn't worked out. Oh, Dragon. That's pretty cool. So I hope you guys are enjoying it. I mean, the show portion is still great. There's definitely not as many cars as last year, but the cars that came out are better. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just last year they parked everybody, and because all 3 days were super nice, everybody just parked inside. You know, because the weather's been kind of crummy, they really only the ones that really wanted to be here came in. So the quality of the show cars is up, with, you know, less of the stock, or, you know, just regular type of car, which is cool. So, man, it sounded like you just crunched that entire car. But yeah, I mean, this place, you can see, I mean, I've been walking around, the amount of cars that's here, everything's really good. So, all right, I'm just about done with the row for like race cars. They haven't 2 rows, but they, you know, I tried to show you guys a bunch. I'll see if I can get anything on track for you guys. Otherwise, it's just gonna be a lot of, you know, it's probably gonna be about it if that's the case. So, but we'll see. Like literally when I was talking to you guys, they were like, oh yeah, you know, a little smoke, oh, okay, you pull to the side. They haven't run another one yet. So, next pair coming up. So we'll see. It's a struggle today, but I hope you guys are still enjoying it. I'm still trying to get you all this Honda content.
I gotta wait for Beavis.
See, he's got to wait for Beavis. I don't know if his name was Butthead or what. Just messing around. But we'll go up here. I'll see if I can show you guys anything else, and we'll keep messing around. All right. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Drop those comments. Let me know, and we'll keep having fun. All right. Thanks. All right, guys. So that was it. That was HDay. Wait. Sorry. Let's start this right. All right. So much better. All right. So, anyways, that was HDay. What did you guys think? Really, so there. I just put it this way: there was good, there was bad, and there was interesting. Okay. Now, don't get me wrong. I think HDay is an incredible event. It brings out a ton of just awesome, show car Hondas and the fastest Hondas I've ever seen. So, I mean, I guess outside of like Puerto Rico or somewhere else, like I don't even know that you're going to see faster Hondas. But anyways, so the good, the bad, and the interesting, right? So like, I mean, I'll start it off with the bad, and it had nothing to do with HDay or the organization. It had to do with the weather. It was really funny. Like I was telling you guys, Friday they literally had to cancel. It rained all day Friday. It rained like to Thursday going into Friday, and then just didn't stop. And it is what it is. Like we all kind of understand that it's one of the challenges of hosting it in the spring, and being one of the early spring events where you're like, hey, look, we're going to get things started. Let's hit it. Let's go. But the weather's still the weather. Like, there's not much you can do to get around it. If it's going to rain, it's going to rain. So, this year we just had the unlucky, that it decided it wanted to rain. So it is what it is. Friday was blown. Saturday, I was talking to some people. The track had challenges. But everybody that showed up for the show car and the display, they all had a blast. So apparently it was warmer on Saturday than it was today on Sunday. The one thing that they had a challenge with on Saturday was the track. And I mean, you can't blame them. It literally rained the entire day before that. I think it even rained up through like the morning, like early morning time into Saturday. And I've been going to MIR for years. They do an awesome job prepping the track, okay? And they work their butts off. So again, it's no knock to them. It's no knock to the organization. It's just Mother Nature, getting the best of us. So Saturday, show car, everything else, everybody actually enjoyed it. I didn't end up going. I know, sorry. Saturday, because when I looked at the weather showed like 20, 30, 40%, something like that, basically for most of the day. And I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna take the chance. I honestly didn't want to take the EK9 out because if it rains and you're driving on a wet highway, it gets everywhere. It gets everywhere. So I was like, I would have to do a full wash, a full detail, a full everything if I was gonna drive back in the rain and do that. So I was like, nah, we'll skip that. I guess I kind of missed out because I was talking to the show car guys and everything else, and they were like, no, it actually worked out well. But like I said, they did have challenges on the track on Saturday. So, that is what it is. Now, today, I think turned out to be the best it could have been. And again, nothing against the organization, the organizers, anything else, the location. What I saw today was a whole bunch of cars parked. Great. I walked you guys through that the best I could. The only downside of that was literally every 10 feet somebody was playing music, which makes it enjoyable to walk around and just be a spectator, but to try and get you guys that content ain't gonna happen. I literally tried, and the couple seconds worth of talking I was able to give you guys, that was it. So I hope you guys are okay with, more of that just montage of here's what it is, here's some clips, here's some music over top of it, because I honestly didn't even have a choice to get it to you. Now, the kind of disappointing or the bad that was for today was literally everybody was breaking their cars. And I don't know if it's a first of the year, beginning of the season type of, need to get stuff dialed in. Maybe. I don't know. But, like, it would be a pass, 2 passes, 3 passes, something like that. And they literally would break another car. And I'm like, there would be this comment of, oh yeah, there's some smoke. Okay, let's go try it. Let's go look at it. And then they would have to hold up the lanes. They'd have to shut down the track, and again, MIR does an incredible job of putting all, getting it all track prepped, getting everything ready, getting the surface safe. But like, they would be like, okay, it's time to run. Start them up. Okay, let's run. Okay, cool, let's run. Okay, cool, let's, we have a problem. Okay, sorry, we're going to have a little delay while we clean the track. Struggle. So I don't know if that's a beginning of the year thing. There were some cars. I got to see a couple, like, random in-betweens running almost 200 miles an hour. I mean, absolutely incredible. But then the very next run, they'd have a break, and that was it. So, unlike last year, I was able to just camp out in the burnout box, show you guys a whole ton of action. This year, I just couldn't do it. So, I tried. I really did for you guys. So, that was that. So, the interesting, I guess, since I haven't talked about it, was I was getting ready to leave, and I literally was in the car. I was pulling out. I was heading out towards the exit, and I was still going through, like, the main section to get out. Ton of people, traffic, everything else to try and work my way out. And I had one of the judges on a scooter literally going by me over here, and he looks over and waves me down. I'm like, hey, what's up? And he's like, did no one get a chance to check out your car? And I was like, no, I guess the judge didn't make it down around my area yet, and he's like, well, are you leaving? And I was like, yeah, it's time for me. I got to get going. And he's like, well, yeah. And you could tell he was disappointed. I was like, hey, I mean, if you want me to pull to the side and you want to judge it, hey, that's awesome. Like, cool, I'm down. And he's like, yeah, follow me over here. So we went around the corner, followed him over there, parked me in front of a bunch of other cars. And he's like, all right. And he went and he did the judging. And, like, I really appreciated that. So, like, I didn't have to have the car judged. I wasn't there trying to win anything, okay? I like the idea of being in the judging area because, one, I like that I'm able to display, the EK9 in its current state and, as we go along. But two, it got me good parking too, which, if you guys have been to MIR, you have, like, if you come as a regular spectator and you don't park inside the gate, you're literally parking in a field. I didn't want to park this in the field. So I looked at the price difference. It wasn't that much more to get it, to bring it in and then also put it in the judging. So I was like, cool, I'll see what everybody thinks. So I really appreciated that the judge stopped me, was like, hey, I'm sorry we didn't get to your car. If you'd like, I'll do it right now for you. And he did. I ended up having a conversation with him, having a conversation with another guy that came over and was kind of walking around the car. And that was a really cool interaction because the judge was kind of talking smack and he was like, oh, hey, man, this guy's talking crap about your car. And it was all in good fun, and then the guy's like, oh, well, and then so, like, me and him had started going back, and then I started talking with the judge, me and him start going back and forth, and it was really just a really cool ending to the overall experience I had there. I was able, once again, to meet some really cool people, which, as I tell you guys, if you guys ever see me, you're more than welcome to flag me down. I had one guy, as I was right at the beginning when I was starting, I was doing my intro for you guys, doing my walkthrough, and a guy saw me and he was like, oh, he's talking, but he like waved at me. So I waved at him, said, hey, what's up? And literally I just circled back around. He was still wiping his car down and everything else. And, you know, I said hi to him, but then was also able to, you know, talk about the car and, you know, his project and everything else, which was actually pretty cool. That was that smoked out black element. That was really well done. You guys will see a couple little clips of it, and like literally like every nut and bolt had been replaced on it. He had really touched, I would say, 99% of that car, which was really cool. So I got to speak with him. I came back around. I had a guy's wife see me and just walking through, and she was like, oh, wait, you got to come over and talk to my husband. He was looking for you but didn't find you. And I was like, oh, cool, you know. So we went over there. I talked with them for 45 minutes, and we talked about a bunch of stuff and everything else. So anyways, like I was saying, I got to see a bunch of cool people. I got to talk to a bunch of cool people. It was fun. I guess rewarding is probably the best word. Like I didn't hang out around the EK9, you know, I was out filming, I was out shooting stuff and everything else. But as I was leaving in the car, I had a lot of people actually compliment it. And that was really cool. So I'm glad that the feedback I'm getting is what you guys are looking for on the EK9. I'm going to continue working through the project. I have a ton more stuff to do. I've got some other stuff that we're doing that we have coming up and everything else. You know, we definitely for the year, I definitely have some big stuff cooking. Okay, I really do. As it progresses, I'll clue you guys in a little bit, and then when it's time to get going, I'll definitely let you guys know. So if you guys want to guess, you're more than welcome to. If somebody actually guesses it right, I'll let you know. It's one of those like early development things, and I'm not quite far enough along to like just be like, hey, this is what we're doing. So I'm still early development on it. I'm still working on it, but it's gonna be amazing. I'll just put it that way. So you guys, let me know what you think. As always, drop your comments. Let's talk about it. Again, the good, the bad, the interesting, for what you guys thought of HDay, what we have going on. I've been trying to ramp up the content, trying to find more, trying to get out there for you guys. Again, it was winter. East Coast is different than SoCal, so I'm definitely trying to ramp back up. We're gonna start doing some more regular stuff on the EK. I got some more stuff coming in. I got another oil change I'm going to schedule on this, which sounds kind of basic, but if you guys have been following along on the project, I had a couple concerns. It drives great, okay? We're not even going to put it that way, but I had a couple concerns because I found a lot of carbon deposit on like the pistons and everything else. So I've been running through doing some of the BG stuff I was showing you guys. We did a couple fuel cleaners. I didn't open my toolbox. We've run a couple fuel cleaners through it. So I'm gonna pull a piston I'm gonna pull a spark plug and check out a piston, see if it's cleaned it up, see if I need to keep going. I was showing you guys in the last one. We're gonna run one of the engine cleaners here. See if it'll focus on that for you. It's looking for me. Sorry. So we're gonna run one of the engine cleaners through it, which is why I got more oil in. I was nowhere near my interval. I think I probably have like, I don't know, 500-600 miles on the car since my last one. But I want to get this run through. I want to make sure it's as clean as it can be. I flush out anything that maybe was still in the system. I just got my delivery of my mow tool, so look, if nothing else, the packaging got me, okay? I did read through it. It is made differently, but Motul with their 90s formula and like just the layout, they got me. They got the Miata on the side. Like, they got me on this. So, Motul makes great stuff. I've used them. I was going to even use them for a different, like their V300 stuff. I was going to use that, and then I came across this stuff, looked into it a little bit, and I was like, cool, yeah, this is what I'm going to do. So I'm running this Motul 90s, which they listed as their modern classic 10W30. It's a semi-synthetic setup. That's what I flushed out of the car. You know, I flushed initially out of the car. I put this stuff in it. I've been running this. I don't even think I put 1,000 miles on the car. I think I put like 2 tanks of gas. The car's been hiding all winter. But anyways, so like I said, I'm gonna do that. We'll pull a plug. We'll check the pistons, make sure that's all good, and then we'll get back to doing more of the fun stuff on the car. So if you guys have something you want to see done to the car, if you guys have a recommendation, a suggestion, drop in the comments. Let's talk about it. You guys know I'm looking for I'm looking for an OEM plus type of build, but the way it would be done in Japan with specifically Japanese, based companies. So I'm doing my goal is to, as far as I can, use Japanese performance parts on the car. So that's what we're trying. So if you guys want to see something done next or whatever else, that's coming up. I just had, for you guys that have been watching and supporting the toolbox side of things, I just had a huge run that I took from Harbor Freight. I got a ton of tools from them. They were doing their summer sales, so I went through and tried to purchase. And I'm trying to do this stuff on sale, because that's what a majority of you guys are going to do. You're not just going to, not that I'm knocking other people's videos, but you're not just going to go in and spend, hey, I just dropped $3,000 on Harbor Freight tools. You're going to wait for the specific sales to come out and all of that, and then you're going to go get it. So that was what I did here. I'll show you guys that in a video coming up real soon. Went through most of the stuff I got was like 35% off, if not more. And I'm flexing what I'm going to get locally, so like what I'm going to get from Harbor Freight or Icon, of their Icon brand. And then what I'm going to get on the JDM tool side, like the Tone stuff. So I'm kind of working through that. I'll show you guys the organization. I'll show you the stuff I picked up in a soon video. I'll drop that pretty soon for you guys. But I've got that coming out real soon, and we'll keep working through stuff. We'll get going to more and more shows, and we'll keep having fun this year. All right, I'll see you guys at the next one. Thank you again for all your support, and let's keep having fun. All right, see you.